Shocker.
Hey, what the hell's going on now, you crazy bastards? It's 10.
Yo, what's up?
I
It's
fucked
JT.
that up.
Is that right, Ro?
All right, so that's JT. My name is Docs, and we are the 365 crew. Thanks so much for joining us today. We got a couple topics we're going to be discussing, starting with Escape from Tarkov. That's really one of the big passions of the 365 crew. We love playing Escape from Tarkov, so we got a couple things we're going to talk about there. Unreal Engine 5 was announced, and it looks phenomenal. If you haven't seen the video, we're going to be showing it here on stream, talking a little bit about that and the future of games, what it means. And then we're going to get into some stuff with Amazon. Amazon's been releasing a couple games. It looks like they're really trying to target the industry. And with their hold over Twitch, we're just going to talk about what that means and how it's gone so far with the launch of Crucible and hopefully the new launch of New World. So let's kick it off, guys. The wipe is any day now, quote unquote.
Soon, very soon.
Right?
Yeah, I always like that, like very soon. My thing that I haven't been able to find an answer for that I always loved about the wipes is there going to be a pre-wipe event? I haven't heard
That's
anything.
all Shocker plays this game for is just for that end game, where you get to spend like $2 for a gun.
Fuck yeah,
You buy everything.
Fuck yeah.
You feel like a rich man.
Riddled with tactics with like 50
No,
on
it
them.
just-
Nobody wants them.
I
Well,
could
'cause
finally be a Chad, dude.
Well, my thing is,
I don't have to do rat runs anymore.
Well, my thing
Sure,
is, like,
if
you
you
guys
do
know,
that,
like,
then
even when you
you
have like
want it.
100 million and you go in and you lose a whole fucking loadout, you're like, shit.
Yeah, it hurts, dude.
I
It
can't hear
hurts.
Docs at all. Okay, I can only hear you clearly.
Yeah, dude. When you lose all your money in that, it's painful. So NWipe is nice. I'm excited about the reset. Like when everybody's wearing
Thank
the
you,
shitty
Wifey.
gear and everybody's freaking out and pulling their AKs out with the shittiest recoil in the game. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fun. So
Oh yeah,
Um,
no,
Pistol
it's
fights
fun
on
on both
custom.
sides.
Come
Oh,
on now.
yeah.
The
She
classic.
runs again for days.
Try to get that watch out of there with a freaking Beretta at night.
Dude, everybody's
And then you're like, then you go in with your buddy
pushing for,
that
like,
hasn't
50
played since the beginning. You're like, all right, man, you got the key? What key? No.
Bro, you didn't bring
You're
the
like,
key?
Shit.
We got to go to dorms.
Wait, let's just go to dorms. We'll get the key, and then
We'll
it's
get the
like,
key.
like level
We'll-
6
we'll
waiting on
attempt
top
it.
of the VSS.
Oh yeah. All right, so here's the thing. Did you see the what they're calling for as far as like in the next wipe?
Yeah,
They
so
said they're gonna
that was.
make significant changes to your hideout.
Quality headphones.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Like,
I don't remember.
As
They
in,
haven't
did
said
they
what it
say
is
anything?
or
Okay.
mentioned it to that.
I
but they
wonder if they're gonna
mentioned-
unlock any more like skills as well. Like, I think intelligence was one of them.
Yeah.
I knew they were talking about coming out soon, and I
There's
don't
a
know,
bunch of
I'm-
shit that's still like not available
like,
in beta
yeah,
or
I
whatever.
know. That's what
Do
I'm.
you,
That's
do you
what
think
I'm.
they'll have streets available?
No.
Nah.
Streets.
Or
I don't
what-
think Streets will come out.
I think
and,
didn't they say they
the
were
new
pushing that
part
one
of-
back till after?
Yeah.
Did they?
Like,
Well, no, the expansion of customs. They said they were pushing back. They said that
Oh,
Streets
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
done, but that they still needed to test it. They might surprise us and release it, but I doubt it.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
I
They
think
keep
it's gonna be
saying
a
that
shit
it's
show
done.
when they
They've been
do.
saying it's been done for like 6 months.
Dude, they're talking. How many players did they say? Something like 40 something, like some ridiculous amount. Like their servers now
No.
are such There's no way, dude.
No way,
Apparently
no
they
way.
tried that with Shoreline too. Like I
Imagine
think
having-
Shoreline had low numbers. Sorry.
I would say just imagine how fucking chaotic it would be. Like if it actually worked, I'm saying, which would be great. But like, imagine how even more chaotic it would be if it didn't work and everyone's zooming around, zipping around, doing who knows what, because everyone's lagging it up because their servers can't handle it. I mean, that's more what I'm worried about. Seeing when you have like 16, what's the highest right now? 16 people tops, is it, or 18? What's the
Which
highest
map?
map right now? Yeah.
It's got to be Shoreline or Interchange, right?
I
Maybe
think
ri-
it's Shoreline. I think Shoreline.
Yeah, I
still
think
has
it's
the
like
most.
16 or something.
Yeah.
It
that's what I'm
was
saying,
like
but,
20 something though.
I don't know. Like, I know they're working on their servers and whatnot. It's just like, it's just hard to try to like think about them releasing something like
My-
that when
My thing is
you have so many issues still.
back when they were #1 on Twitch and they got
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
flooded. I mean,
When it
just
was popping off,
hammered with
yeah.
people,
Which is
and they
going to
could
happen
not keep
again.
up.
Yeah,
It
on
will
wipe.
happen.
On wipe. Oh, on wipe.
But
People
I
will
think
pop
I
back in.
think they really because they had no choice then but to upgrade their server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely bought some shitty ones because when you got into them. But I feel like hopefully they
Refine them.
well not only refined it, but from then like when they had this massive influx of people, they put this infrastructure in place. So hopefully it won't be as bad the next time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. Unless they're like, all right,
Yeah.
fuck it, it's not that bad anymore. Here, let's sell these servers. We don't need this shit anymore.
No, dude. I'm telling you, this wipe, the first 3 weeks of this wipe, will be the biggest test for Tarkov, because they're gonna have an influx of new players.
Yep.
The servers are gonna run like shit, like they always do at a wipe. Like trying to get on customs is gonna be like an hour and a half wait. You know what I mean? Unless you have the magic number or on the magic server. The hacker thing, we will be free from for I don't know. Hopefully,
so
like
much
3
fun.
days.
Hopefully.
It's
I mean,
gonna
we'll
be.
see.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know.
see how long
This last one, it was a good like month before.
Yeah, but that's because they introduced Battle Eye. They've got Battle Eye now. It's just a question of whether or not they can catch him. And then the other thing is, I think that all of the new players are going to struggle like fucking crazy because of the flea market changes. The flea market now is only found in raid.
What they do in the flea market, though.
It's only found in raid. You can't sell anything. Like if I kill a player and take his gear, I can't sell that on the market.
Oh, really?
So
they confirmed
yeah.
that?
Yeah. So all of the player versus player is not going to be the primary task anymore, because one, the weight system, it makes it goddamn near impossible to get out with a good bit of loot, and the fact that you can't sell any of it on market means that you're only selling to traders for like a shitty 60K rubles for a slick.
Why did they do that?
Dude, I think
because of cheaters. Because of cheaters.
He's got it.
Because of cheaters.
No, it's because of the real money
cheaters are gonna have
transfer.
to fucking take. Yeah, that's the real money. But like people who are going into the real world and selling gold and fucking Bitcoin, whatever the fuck they're selling, it's gonna make them have to level up their account to get to that point to sell to other people to make their money. So I mean, it's just adding steps to try and cut it down. I mean, will people still do it? Yes. Is it going to cut down on it? Yeah. But I mean, people are just going to innovate like they always do. Cheaters are going to cheat. People are going to try and always sell shit.
At that point, you're also grabbing gear that you're like, all right, I want this. I'm going to use this because I can't sell it for shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It makes you have to make more decisions in game. And
that's what I like about the weight system. I know you hate it, Docs.
Dude, it's so like you can't be a freaking hero anymore. You're in the middle of a map, you kill everybody, and you gotta get one thing and walk out with it. It just feels so like.
But you gotta remember though that Tarkov is
trying to be realistic.
Day one, they've
Fuck
always
that
wanted
realism
to make this
bullshit,
game
bro.
as realistic. But that's why
you want
dude.
it. It's
Come
it's like
on,
you love it.
Look,
I love it for the gunplay. I love it for the movement. I love it for a lot of the mechanics. I love it for the building the guns. I don't love it when I kill an entire map and I gotta choose like 3 helmets to take out because I can't fucking walk. Dude, the other day I was on customs. I wiped 6 people with shotgun only. They had like slicks, helmets. I literally couldn't make it to the exit. I had to dump half the gear. And I didn't make it because I was so heavy that I couldn't move fast enough.
That's when you go in with a crew that can pull it out for you.
Yeah, that's another thing is I think we're gonna see crazy amounts of squads with couches. Dude, everybody's gonna be rocking that couch backpack, dude.
Because you're like, I don't want to fucking give you guys your loot back. Oh no, I'd rather, hey Jimmy, come over here and take this guy's shoes.
Yeah, exactly. What's he got? Give me those glasses.
Right?
That's awesome.
So I agree with you on the squad thing. I think there's definitely going to be squads.
Speaking of squads, we have this tournament this week, dude.
Yep.
When is that? Sunday, right? What day?
So the registration. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I read the rules, but it didn't say anything about times.
Yeah. It said it earlier where the times are going to be determined because the registration ends today. So after today, they're going to get it going with everybody's matchup times.
So probably it'd take them like 2 days, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Just to figure it out before they announce it.
Well, because I'm sure they're going to be like, hey, what are your time frames? When can you play? When can you play?
Yeah, they got to match everyone up.
Especially because it seems like a lot of, because of the rules, it looks like their mods are going to have to do a lot in their chat So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
so they're not gonna be able to run all of it at once. It's I think especially looking at their Discord, it looks like
Mhm.
it's gonna be like, everybody goes into like a waiting room, and then if you get into a game, then you go into like your designated chats where like their mods can send you messages and shit like that. Because
Mhm.
like what I read is when you die, you're not supposed to go past the screen that
The
shows
death
who
screen?
killed you. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they want their mods to be able to see
Verify
your
it.
stream and verify it.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Also,
I think they are doing it like a lot of the major tournaments. Like if I'm thinking like Dota 2. Dota 2 does something similar because they want everybody to be able to see the matches. So the idea behind the Discord is they might create like show matches, right? And feature each
Yeah.
like
here's
this
my
clan versus
thing with
clan
that.
kind of thing.
Here's my thing with that though, is Tarkov is very much a strategy based game.
Yeah.
And this
Especially
is
when you're
more,
talking about this.
dude. This seems more like a deathmatch style. You know, it's
It
like
is, but it's
exactly.
weird.
It's just it's different. It's a
Yeah,
very
it's gonna be interesting.
unique way to do a tournament, is what I was thinking. Because
But it leans towards the arena that they talked about.
yeah, it's yeah. I mean, you're in
Yeah, but I
factory.
feel
It's
like
literally
you should wait until that comes out, or at least wait until you maybe get early access to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think actually, didn't they mention some people are testing that as well? Does anybody know about? I thought they had like private servers now that some people were getting invited to.
They talked about in the next update that they were going to add the ability to opt into test servers, kind of like PUBG had. Remember how PUBG
Yeah,
had the
yeah,
regular
yeah.
and then they had the test
a lot
server?
of games have test
I think
servers.
it's gonna,
Exactly.
yeah, I think it's gonna be like that.
Gotcha.
That's good. So yeah, I mean, honestly, a test server is gonna be nice because like people can actually you get more people basically testing out what they're
Yeah.
doing next, and then they're gonna get way more feedback than whatever how many people they have working at Battle State Games. You have the whole Tarkov community giving you guys
Right.
feedback. It's literally free testing. Like, why would you not want to do that? Like, I mean, Overwatch they've been doing that forever, and you see other games like what's it called, PUBG and
Yeah.
all. Yeah, it's like it's crazy, honestly, why you wouldn't do that because it's free testing. Like you pay people so much money to do it, you might as well just give it out and
They're
let them do it
paying
for free.
you to test.
Basically,
They already bought your game. They already bought your game.
And the thing is, people expect it to be shit when they're on a test server, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they
Yeah,
expect
fine.
fuck ups.
You're like, okay.
So
yeah, you're on it.
nobody
That's
complains
exactly.
about it.
It's like, what do you expect?
Yeah. Instead of what they do now, where they push everything live and then you're falling
Dude.
through the fucking map, like where'd all my loot
Yeah.
go?
365 gonna go in there like, what's up, bro?
Dude,
Say
that's the
hello
thing.
to my little friend.
That's
Dude,
the
I'm
big
gonna be
issue I
loaded
see.
up on flashes. I'm literally just gonna flash the entire map.
Dude, so here's what I'm thinking, right? So tell me, I mean, it's nice because we got the three of us here, but like,
Yeah.
we need to have like almost like roles.
Dude,
Like, I can
JT's
roll
the
in there
slow
with, like,
push,
I
man.
can roll in there with like an RPK and like nothing but like 4 slaughters and fucking 95 rounders, and it's like, oh, you need a second to reload, Docs? I got you.
You just
And
unload the whole time.
And just
that's smart.
slaughter that hallway or wherever it is. Like, they are not going to peak this. If they peak this, they will die.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dude,
it'll
it's
be
not only
interesting.
that, but you have to kill like scavs along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was
People
saying
aren't in this
earlier, dude.
game.
To Shocker, that if you guys like play smart around scavs and use them to like bait
Yes.
the other team out or pull another, like just like try and just use the scavs to your advantage more, is what I was saying.
Well,
It's like
especially in factory, you get
Yeah.
scav army so easy.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm
I feel
saying.
like we
I
need to
mean,
play this like we play Valorant. Like
yeah, exactly.
like,
That's
it's kill everybody on the map. It's
Yep.
not like
yeah.
So what it is it's you hide and you it's a totally different strategy than
You
you
just-
used to.
Oh,
Most of the time,
100%.
it's jump in, kill as fast as you can, get out as fast as you can. This is total opposite. This is like go
So
in
this is
very
from
slow,
Play
very
slow,
tactical,
play
Yeah.
slow, play
From
corner.
what I
dude,
understand, too,
honestly.
corners.
Yep.
from what I understand too. Like, once you say you eliminate the whole other team, the game's done.
So you don't even have to
mods will
extract.
come in and right. So the mods will come in
Yeah.
and tell you that you've killed everybody, and then you can exit.
Got it.
But don't forget, if you get
Oh.
killed by a scav, even on the way out, that counts as a death.
Really?
Yeah, it says
Ah.
scav, teammates, everything. It all counts as a death.
And I said, look out for scab players, bro. That's what I was saying too. I was like,
That's
that
what I'm
that
saying,
shit, that's like that's a wild
Those
card.
cheeky SA-58 scabs that just fucking
Right,
charge in.
dude, we're gonna go in there and like
Yeah.
slaughter the whole team, and there's gonna be some asshole with a fucking shotgun sitting there waiting. in the-
Camping, dude. Some
Yeah.
Just
camping,
like
fucking,
meta.
some cheeky breaky fucking scab out of
Well,
nowhere,
here's
dude.
the thing. Here's the thing.
Just
If we
full leg
win,
meta.
never use. I say never use the regular exit. Just use one of the ones with the factory key, because you
Yep.
know
Yeah.
it's not going to be down there.
Always have one. Yeah, it's like that's.
You know?
Let me interject here a second. The Cliff Notes.
Oh, Resident Old Man, what's up?
Cliff Notes version of what I just heard. Docs loves the realism of this game, but he hates when he kills 6 guys with a shotgun. That's what I'm hearing so far. And he can't carry all his helmets and his gear out. I like that realism too.
That's a nice synopsis.
Pretty good, man.
Very nice.
Yes.
Oh look,
I'm too
Wavy Gravy
distracted
has
by
rejoined us
Duke's
on
hair.
webcam.
Yeah.
Wavy Davy, is that what he called him?
That's
Yeah.
Wavy Gravy from the ungrateful the pot smoking band boys.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So
Sorry, I'm looking at something.
let's
All right, so let's switch gears.
yeah. Everybody saw the Unreal Engine tech demo, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah. It looks amazing.
Beautiful.
Absolutely
Beautiful.
fucking amazing.
Do you have that video by chance?
Yeah, but
Our resident old man? You think you can click that for us?
Let me close down some of these other tabs y'all don't need to
Oh
see.
God. Taz.
Just a second here.
If we can show that video, I'd love to watch it again.
Yeah, here we go.
There we go.
Oh, yep. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Brian Karras, Technical Director of Graphics here at Epic Games.
Hi, I'm Jerome Plateau, Art Director of the Special Project.
A few years ago, we got together as a team and brainstormed where we thought we could push forward the state-of-the-art in real-time graphics. There were 2 key areas that stood out. The first, dynamic global illumination. Beautiful bounce lighting, instantaneously.
I don't have to be constrained to do a game where the world has to be static, and I'm able to iterate a lot faster.
And we call this new system Lumen. And we're about to show you what it is capable of. But first, there was another area that we thought we could push forward.
Does
Truly
Epic Games
virtualized
own
graphics.
Unreal?
The artist wouldn't have to be concerned over poly counts, draw
I would
calls,
think, yeah, I
memos.
believe so.
Could directly use film quality.
And Epic Games is
assets and bring them
Fortnite?
straight into the engine.
And that's
Yes.
a big deal for us.
Yeah, and Epic Games is
Holy
owned by
shit.
Tencent.
Yeah.
So China owns all of gaming. Got it.
Yep, pretty much.
Basically, China
much, yeah.
owns. Yeah, Tencent actually owns 70% of all gaming investments in the world.
And we call this new
Holy
technology
fuck.
70%.
Here
Holy
is the
shit.
future of Unreal Engine running live.
Honestly, they're literally like, yeah, it's crazy.
Let's take a look at it.
It's like they
look at
literally
it.
they own like every.
Can we
company.
talk about the fact that like that guy on the right was the brains of all this, and they were like, well, nobody can understand what the fuck he's saying, so we'll get the guy on the left, who kind of sounds a little weird.
My god, look at this.
Dude, this is
Yeah,
nuts.
it looks like
The future of gaming, huh?
Did you
So
guys see
you're in a
that
movie.
CGI Final Fantasy? Did you guys ever see that movie, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's what this reminds me of.
Okay.
But instead of using the game versions, we use the cinematic versions, which would typically only be used in film.
Like you're gonna be
There are
playing
around
in
1 million
movies.
triangles each.
It's insane.
And thanks to
Essentially.
virtual texturing, they all use 8K textures as well. Nanite
Now, don't
can
forget,
render
this
an
is a
insane
tech
number
demo,
of
so this is
triangles
like
very quickly.
the peak
There
of
are
the
over a
peak.
billion
Do
triangles.
Yeah,
what do you
it's
think
all-
games
it's
are
like-
gonna be like when they first come out. What do you think?
But Nanite crunches down
I don't know.
logically to around
You
20
think
mean,
they're gonna
you-
try and
here's the
make a
thing.
benchmark for themselves, or?
What does
No,
that many
you
triangles
got to
look like?
think. They are in this for money, right? Every
These are the
company has a
triangles.
ship
Right.
date.
Different
They've
colors.
got to
Most are so
produce
small that they look like
not for
them.
perfection,
Nanite
but
keeps
for
detail down to the
Profit.
for
pixel,
quarterly
making
profit. Yeah.
triangles
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and this is just like buying a television in Best Buy. The fucking thing looks like you could like step into another universe, and you get it home, and everything looks like shit. You're like, what the fuck happened?
Right.
So- I think this is going to be
It's a knockout
similar.
version.
Yeah, like games will be brilliant, but I don't know if they'll
No light
utilize
no baking
the reality to this
Without
degree. And
CI,
if they do, I
all
think
of
it's
that
going to be one of the
beautiful
best
lighting
games
is
ever.
gone. With Lumen enabled, we can move the
Yeah,
light.
this
Yo, remember that video you sent us with like the camera in game?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's keep going.
Let's pull that up later too, because that thing is nuts.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah.
That mixed with this, I'm like,
You'll have to send that
We've
link
made
to
some
Mark.
additions to our audio
Yep,
system.
I got it.
Convolution
Yeah,
reverb
this
allows us to measure
is gonna really
reverberation
tax my
patterns
America
in
Online
like
bandwidth.
actual caves that we sampled and reproduce them in virtual space.
Yeah, what's
Oh
this
my
gonna do for
God.
bandwidth?
Sound field
That's
rendering
just it.
allows us to record and
Not
play back
bandwidth, dude. It
spatialized
means your
audio.
computer, your processor is really what's gonna be.
Oh,
putting
I
the
know.
forward.
That's why I'm so glad my next build I'm putting in i9
Yeah, dude.
9900K.
Good luck with
All of
yeah,
this
that
adds up
GPU
to a
too is
more
gonna be
immersive experience.
Yeah.
it's gonna be getting a little spicy, huh?
JT
Little
and I-
toasty there.
Well, you got to remember too. This is also like this here is on a PS5.
I know that's the crazy part. Well, it's more that like now I feel like companies gonna be able to utilize this stuff more too.
Particles
Yeah.
in Niagara
Because the
I think-
hardware is
I
getting
one another
better.
and understand
The
their
only
environment
thing
like
that's
never
gonna be is like if a company has a technology or ideas that were already ahead of its time and they were just
We've also
waiting
added
for the
a ton of
Yeah,
technology to
technology
catch
to
up,
catch up.
it'll
Yeah.
be
before.
amazing.
Simulations
It'll be
like you see
nuts.
in the
Yeah.
water below.
So they have the
But-
software, but the hardware's not there, basically.
Right. That's
Yeah,
what I'm hoping
exactly.
is the case.
And that's always the challenge, right? Because you got to make the hardware so that it's consumer.
Friendly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to. The price point has to work. Like I think they were talking about that with the PS5. So there's only so much.
Here we are
You can
using
do.
accurately
I
simulated
wish
We
they
can talk
would
about how
make.
quick
the falling rock
can climb.
and the cloth of
Like a
She's-
power
yeah, she's a
console?
boss. Exactly.
Dude, this is
like an
crazy.
elite
Like-
console that was
Like
like
a $1,000
15
console, you mean?
Exactly. Something that was
That is
just
a
fucking
4K camel
beyond.
toe if I've ever seen
So
one.
a PC.
A PC
So, yeah,
console,
PC.
yeah, essentially.
So a PC.
But yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
isn't that essentially what the consoles are nowadays? They are.
Yeah.
They're basically
Pretty
just
much,
mid-end, mid-end PCs. Is like what they are.
I know we're gonna talk about it, but the new Xbox coming out is gonna be basically just another PC.
Yep.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh yeah, same thing with the PlayStation. They're kind of already to that point. It's just they're not doing all the tasks that your PC are doing. They only have one task, and that's just playing this game.
Yeah.
Animation events, like her hand on the door.
Looks promising.
Well, the new ones actually are supposed to have more multitask features, actually.
Are
that.
they? Because like I know the Xbox started with it with like their like where they kept the game going, but honestly it doesn't work that great.
Can move while still
Yeah.
having beautiful bounce.
That's one of the features I was looking at, though.
Dynamic illumination.
I saw that. I thought was nice because like you're gonna be able to jump between like apps and games really easily and like
Yeah.
reacting to the
not have to even close
Dude,
them.
look at all those fucking scarabs. That's disgusting.
Lumen not only
Yeah.
reacts to moving light
It makes me
sources,
think
but
of the
also
Mummy,
changes
dude.
geometry.
Yeah.
Like, about to crawl through her
He's
face and
fucking
eat her
crawling in
alive.
his skin and shit.
Yeah, dude. McConnell, right? He like sticks the knife in there and plucks it out.
Yeah.
This statue
Yeah.
The
is
sound
inspired
too is
directly from
crazy.
ZBrush, and
Yeah.
it's on 33 million
Honestly.
triangles. No baking.
33
no
million triangles
no
in that
authored
freaking
LODs.
statue.
I don't know how
That's
it
a lot of
processes it so
triangles.
fast. It's incredible. The fact that it can render that level of detail like
More
that.
than a
Mhm.
single statue.
Now here's the crazier
There are
part. So
nearly
you've got
500 of that
Yep.
exact statue at the same detail level placed in this room for a total of
Insane.
over 16 billion triangles from statues
What the
alone.
fuck, bro?
15
Triangles.
billion.
Over this entire demo,
Insane.
there are hundreds of billions of triangles.
hundreds of billions of triangles.
Now that's a lot of triangles.
So with Nanite, you have limitless geometry, and with Lumen, you have fully dynamic lighting and global illumination, all running on
That
the
is crazy.
PlayStation 5.
So who's super excited for the next Tomb Raider game?
That's 100% what this is.
Well, you know they made this. It's like, this isn't an actual game,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but still, like
Square
this is
Enix does the
super
same
Tomb-
shit.
Yeah, this is like
Could
super
have been made
Tomb
off the same
Raider extra.
engine that Tomb Raider
Yeah.
was made on.
Yeah, exactly.
Upgrade.
Oh, there it goes. I'm sorry, Pollyanna, but our princess is in another castle.
And this doesn't need to be constrained to small rooms. It can stretch all the way to
This
the
is just
horizon.
insane. Look at this.
Jesus.
The portal, it's open.
Incredible.
Don't fail me.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what? Could you imagine doing this? It reminds me of you know you ever played that game Prince of Persia?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
reminds me of that a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Dude, so sick.
It's like magical free running, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to see what's next.
Sick.
Nice.
Yo, Mark, go ahead and load up that video I sent you, the next one. So this guy, Kara Bristles, thanks so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, the next guy is Matt Workman. He is, so my normal job, I'm a cinematographer. So I film weddings and stuff like that. And I originally found out about him because he was a DP as well in LA. And what he did was he created a game that's available on Steam now, actually. I think it's called Cinetracer. And basically you can create virtual sets where you can like get reflections and lighting and set cameras. And so it's a real technical program or technical game that is designed to help people visualize their sets and stuff like that before they go on a live shoot. Like that's kind of the idea. And he turned it into a game. Well, he took it one step further and he's now like getting involved in it. So this video shows his tech demo of like next level VR interaction with Unreal Engine. So check this out.
Crazy.
Is this like an advertisement?
No,
Is this the video?
you'll see it. You'll see. This is part of the video.
Yeah.
That's him with the camera. He's controlling the camera work and all this. He created all these scenes and like the perspectives and everything. Recorded it live.
So like
and he
he's like
shows it.
actually holding the camera, right?
Yep.
Interesting.
Hello and welcome to this virtual production vlog. My name is Matt Workman, and today we're going to be shooting a car scene in a cyberpunk atmosphere, and we're going to actually control the actor and the car live like it's a video game. So let's jump right into this process.
So
what
cool.
we're going to do now is hop into Unreal Engine, and we're going to actually perform and record our lead actor and the car all at
Dude,
once.
this is crazy.
So record and play. And there it is. So let's go hop
So
into the
he's
car here.
in the game.
As part of the take,
He's
I don't know
in
if
the
I'm gonna
game
do these.
and-
I have a couple that I like already. So we're driving the car now. I'm gonna do one of these. Nice. Okay, here I'm gonna take this turn and then jam the brake. Little drifting. Nice. I like that one. That was good. So we're gonna actually do the beginning of the scene where he backs into it like this. Perfect. And then I'm gonna do.
Can
a
you
little bit of
imagine
turn like
applying this
drift.
technology to like
Nice.
VR?
And now we're
Yeah,
gonna get
that's
out.
where it's gonna go, dude. They talked about
It would
Ready
make
Player
it
One.
nuts.
Recording all of this. He gets
They
out.
talked about what?
Looks
Ready
around,
Player
looks
One.
up
I've been
and-
seeing some.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like
some,
with the
like,
haptic
virtuality
suits
shit.
and
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
He
Fuck
walks into
yeah.
the car, not
Oh,
the
yeah.
best. We'll see if we can shoot around that. They talk for a little bit. They're a little close together. I don't know how this is gonna go. And then he's gonna walk away, back into the car, and drive off.
So he's creating at this point
In the car. Let's see if I can do a nice.
the scene,
drift
right?
around the
So
corner.
he's acting out the scene as the characters,
Back up to
and then
what
he's
he's
gonna
Right.
doing, and
take
here we
that
go.
recording of this world that he created and step into it with the
Not bad,
camera.
Not bad. Hit the wall. Okay, so
Awesome.
we'll call that our take. I'm gonna cut there.
Beautiful
So we
take.
just recorded,
Well done, Matt. Well done, Matt.
literally like playing Grand Theft Auto. And so now we can kind of play that back, and then we can film it the way that I normally like to
Now
film
he
it.
chooses his angle where
So
he.
now that we've recorded the
thing from.
action of the main actor and the car, it's time to go film it. So I have the scene loaded up right here, and the first shot I'm thinking about is going to be from behind this actor here. Again, we don't really have a story for this, but I feel like he's kind of like one of the bosses, and he's just watching this whole thing happen. And I like this like straight on over the shoulder shot like this. So our character here is centered, and I'm just gonna play the whole scene this way.
So he's using
Yeah,
his
look
eye
at the
there.
fucking camera. Exactly.
Kind of see it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
around.
he's actually filming it with his
Doesn't even
camera. Like this
flinch.
is nuts.
He's in the game filming, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
essentially.
I'm not gonna pull
Now,
focus on this
the
one, I'm
next
gonna
step
pull
will be
focus on
like when they incorporate the Oculus and all that kind of thing into full
Yeah,
body
yeah.
suits. so you could feel like environment and shit like that. I mean, it's gonna be crazy, the potential of it.
Yeah.
You get like virtual
cannot
misting
wait.
and shit.
Dude, I'm already jealous of future generations of the technology and the video games that they're gonna have.
Dude, I was thinking about the other day when I was processing a check, like, and you take a picture of the check and shit. Can you imagine like 50 years from now how that is all gonna go?
Bro, it's built in. It's built into your arm. What do you mean?
You're just gonna like wave
Right?
your
It's gonna be
shit.
like that fucking Disney shit, man. Like you got your little wristband and everything just gets charged to you.
Yeah.
Dude, we're gonna be cyborgs by then.
So that's gonna be when the car.
Did you guys see what was that movie where like it was like you had so much time to live and like you could actually trade in time?
Oh, you buy money. Yeah. Wasn't Justin Timberlake in that?
I think so.
Yeah. I think he was like the star in it. I can't remember, but it was actually pretty good.
I just like that vocal length a lot.
There were like different sectors with the elite who had so much time and shit. And they like
boys,
spent their time on shit.
I do not have too much longer.
Right, so we kind of know.
Yeah, me
this
neither.
happens
I got
here.
about 10 minutes. But
Alright,
anyway, this is just a cool demo. Let's move on.
Yeah, I'll put this up, yeah.
So we got Crucible. Did anybody play this game in here? Did anybody actually play Amazon's Crucible?
No, I didn't play any of it.
No, I didn't.
I heard it was a fucking shit show.
So
I watched
in
it
time.
for a hot second.
Yeah, thanks,
and
Tuts.
it was horrible, man.
Let me explain what happened to me too. So I've been tracking the game for a while, and like, I mean, I wanted to download it when it came out, and it looked pretty good. So it's kind of weird that they released it too, because I thought they were gonna, release it with like a huge release since it's Twitch and Amazon owns Twitch, and I thought, it'd be something like
drops
Apex,
or something like that.
or and they throw drops, something like something like that, make it a big release. But it's like I feel like they really didn't promote it much, B do that big of a release. They had like a couple streamers stream for like an hour before it came out, basically 2 hours before it came out, just to like preview the game. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was like maybe like on my list of streamers that I follow, there's maybe like 3 or 4 streamers that were actually playing, and like I saw a couple play randomly like a couple days after it dropped, but like when it did drop or when it was supposed to drop, it just didn't. Like it didn't get released. They were having like some sort of issues. I know some back end issues with the release. I'm just kind of surprised though, because I feel Amazon with their first like AAA game pretty much coming out. This is their first like big game. I mean, they've done some smaller games in the past.
A lot of mobile shit.
Exactly, but nothing like this, to like this extent, where it's supposed to be like again a AAA game, and it's coming out pretty botched from the beginning. Where people couldn't download it, they wouldn't even you couldn't even see it on Steam. It wasn't even ready to download. You couldn't click download, and then after like hours and hours and hours after people were waiting, like when you could download it, you couldn't even get into the game. Like so many people were just having problems. I'm just like, I'm not surprised for that to happen with like a smaller company, but Amazon's just so big, and with Twitch and just with all the money that they have, I'm just really surprised that they would botch the release like that.
So
really
I have a
promote it as
question.
much. Yeah,
I have a question, and this is a big can of worms. So you couldn't get it through Steam, right? And Steam, in a way, is gotta be. They're not connected really. It's Gabe and like Gabe owns Steam. It's his private shit, right?
It's private. It's Valve.
Do you think it's possible that he intentionally fucked this up to screw Amazon over?
Nah, well, I don't think so, because like you could either buy it on Amazon or buy it on Steam. And I think
was it working on Amazon though?
I don't
Do you
know
know
if
what I
you
mean?
can play
issue on Amazon.
I'm not sure about that actually. That's a good question. I don't know about that.
Because that, if there was a lot riding on it, right?
That's a possibility. I don't know. That's
Anyway,
actually a good question.
that's some
I
deep
don't
conspiracy
know.
shit.
Does Amazon Games have
It's either that or if you
do they have a
wanna go,
platform though? Is there a platform?
I don't think they
that you
have a
can play?
launcher.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they have a launcher that you can play through. So like, I don't know if you can even get it on Amazon. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's either that or you could go like the super rom-com version of it, go the Hallmark way and be like, there's like 2 executives and the one guy that doesn't know shit about video games is like, I'm fucking better than you, and he made that horse shit game title, and that other guy's like, just fucking wait, bro.
The hell are you making fun of old people for, Shocker?
Oh my god.
I love old people. Who else is gonna make me food?
They fucked up Crucible, and then we have New
what does
World
that mean
coming
for
out.
New World? I was gonna
say. And New World looks phenomenal. I mean, the only
It looks
other
great.
the only other RPG I want to play, like MMO RPG, is Blue Protocol, and that one's Japan only. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. That game looks super sick too. But Yeah, New
Hey,
World
real
looks
quick.
phenomenal. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah.
Before we
it
jump into
does.
New World, this is Bucky's nephew. I put him to bed. He needed his afternoon nap. Comparatively, Valorant's launch, they knocked it out of the park. Doing
Oh,
the
yeah, Valorant did a great job.
drops
Oh,
in your stream.
yeah.
They broke records for the most number of people viewing a game stream at one time. Like on the first day they released it. I love how they released that. They got people interested, watching streams, getting the beta keys. I think they just knocked it out of the park.
This is
Yeah.
Riot knows what they're doing. They like
Well,
don't
here's
fuck that up.
the thing. At
It's
the
like-
end of the day, too, don't forget Amazon owns Twitch.
Right?
If you
Which
don't
is so
think
weird.
that their first AAA title isn't going to be #1 on Twitch, you're smoking crack.
That's
Yeah,
what
but
I
they
was
did
so confused
Crucible,
about.
bro.
They didn't do a good release. It's
Yeah,
like-
but Crucible really, I mean, you can easily tell where
Mm-hmm.
effort and money was put. If you look at Crucible and New World and put
Oh,
their
yeah,
games side by side,
Dude,
you
yeah.
know what their efforts are.
no.
I think
Well, actually-
I feel
It's,
like that they knew it was a failed project. They threw it out there. That's why you didn't see.
Well, they
a huge
shouldn't
crowd for
have.
that.
They shouldn't have thrown it out there. Honestly, like if
They should have waited and figured
Yeah,
it out.
they should have
Yeah. It
refined
just
it more,
it
bro.
puts a
I don't
bad
know.
taste in people's
I
It
don't
mouths.
doesn't
know.
look bad. Honestly, it doesn't look bad. I'm probably still gonna download it and play it and
Well,
give it a
here-
go.
here's
Like-
my
unless
thing,
this was
though.
unless this was them just kind of like taking their toes and dipping it in the big ocean.
Well, here's my thing. Do you really
feel
want
like
to be
they-
a big dog and come in and release this amazing video and kind of set yourself up for, you're raising that bar way too high in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what if you release this game that's all right and you have that low set where they're like, wow, that was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And then you come back in 2 months' time when the beta drops, the closed beta where you have to pre-order it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then
but
all
see,
of
the
a sudden
thing-
they're like, yup.
They can't do that though. They're fucking Amazon. Like they cannot escape the
You don't think
grandeur of
people
their name.
forget?
Yeah.
But you don't think people forget about the Crucible? They'll forget they'll forget. I'm telling you,
People
they'll forget
forget
about
news
this
every
game.
minute. Yeah. Oh, by the
They'll
time,
forget
yeah,
about
of
that
course.
game by the time the fucking beta drops.
Look,
I
this is make it
guess.
or break it for them. If this
Well-
game bombs after people spent money on it, just like that
Yeah.
other game does,
They'll
then
never buy
See, the
Amazon
difference
games
though, the
again.
difference
Never
between
make
these two games is Crucible is free
Yes.
Yeah,
and
that's
this is
true.
paid. That's
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
I mean why I'm like,
And you know
it's
Jeff
okay
Bezos
because
is
it's
all
free.
about that bread, bro.
Yeah, bro, and like that they're gonna come with, and then just wait for the microtransactions, baby. Once like that game gets going.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's a
I hope it's
reason
only
Jeff
cosmetic.
A lot of
Jeff-
people who play MMOs don't play first-person shooters and vice versa.
Right.
So, I mean, Josh and I played Warcraft for a long time, and I know a lot
Yeah.
of players never played any first-person shooters, so they may have not even heard of Crucible. And I think Amazon's looking at the long game, right? You look
Yeah.
at how long
Mhm.
World
Yes.
of Warcraft has
Oh
been
yeah,
out
no,
since
MMO is gonna
2005.
last. I mean, if they
Right,
do a
they know
good,
they're gonna
refined,
come up
fun
with 20
MMO, that
Yeah.
game is gonna last for at least 10 whatever years, and
Mhm.
they'll be able to rake in tons of cash just from that
I mean,
game.
do you think New World has the potential to kind of like take over the monstrosity? that
fucking
World
way.
of Warcraft is?
Not a
'Cause
fucking
World of
chance.
Warcraft-
No,
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 you know,
World of
WoW-
Warcraft is like
WoW's
it's
never
its,
going away, dude.
yeah, it's its own industry, dude.
It's like
it's its
nostalgic
own
at
fucking
this
world.
point, you know.
Like there's no
But I
there's
can
no
see
competing.
Amazon trying to create that new MMO world.
Yo, what's up,
Style
Keith?
that's different.
That's why it's called New World, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Illuminati
just-
shit, dude. It's the Illuminati, bro.
I can't
New
see
World.
them being that innovative and engaging with their content to the point where people would be like, "This is better than WoW." It's just not like WoW
No.
is so fucking deep in all of the achievements,
And it's already got
building
so much
farms, and
history
like
and-
It's the MMO.
A lot of
that no
content
one-
too.
No one
Yeah.
can top that MMO. No one
Yeah.
has. There's been a couple games that has come close, but they were short-lived. Like a couple
Yeah.
years and they were done.
yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is still around, but it never had the user base that WoW had, and all of
You
those
got
other games
Elder
they were like
Scrolls.
flashes in the pan.
You got Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
Online now that does very well, but it's very different than WoW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt you'll
Elder
ever have an
Scrolls is super
Amazon
memey,
con.
right?
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, they have
It doesn't
TwitchCon.
even sound right.
They have
They do,
TwitchCon.
though.
Amazon
Twitch
Con.
But you know what though? When
Amazon.
you talk about it though, they already have it. They have TwitchCon. They own
TwitchCon
Twitch.
is Amazon's con. I mean,
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
They own it.
Yeah, and they can
Yeah.
feature
Warcraft,
whatever
yeah.
games they want there. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Warcraft
They do it,
was,
yeah.
Warcraft let gamers kind of drive that, not just engineers. Because you got people
Yeah.
who can make beautiful graphics, beautiful games, but they may not be good with gameplay, right? Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's why you have artists and engineers too.
And Amazon's got to make sure to push the people out of the way that just are worried about money and are just worried about graphics, and make sure that the people who can do that awesome gameplay and that awesome game story for replayability, step in and really take over. So that's my hope. I'm
So
excited.
how
you
long?
really need
How
gamers
long?
speaking into it and playing
How
it and
long
calling the
until
shots.
Amazon? How long until Amazon acquires Blizzard?
It never happened.
No.
Never.
Now China owns Blizzard, right? So, and I don't think Amazon, like Jeff Bezos in China, are not. I don't think he's trying to be owned by them.
Maybe he'll just
No.
buy China.
He could have the money to buy China.
I don't think so.
Dude, so he's on track. What is it? I think it's next 2 years. He's on track to be the
First
first trillionaire in the world.
Yeah.
And let's think about this for a moment. That's after giving away half.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane.
after
Giving away
giving away
half of his money he gives away.
No, from his
Divorce.
wife. He just got
The
divorced.
divorce he's got.
Amicable split. Literally 50% across the board. They
Yeah.
split.
Oh.
Hold on one second, guys.
Anybody got her email or?
Dude, for real. Love you, Kayla. But that's like $100 million.
How
You know
old is
the
Brady
side you
now?
guys haven't thought about yet is that this is just an
This should be
opportunity
over in,
for
like,
them to
30
launder
minutes,
some
I
more
think.
money. Just release a big game, people buy it, and they can throw their cash into it. Microtrend, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's like we need to launder some money. We'll just Scoops like you've been watching too much Ozark.
Yeah, seriously, bro. That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Dude, that
You've been
Ozark again.
eating too much chocolate and watching Ozark.
Yeah, dude. I was just talking to someone. It was like, we were just talking about. She's like, dude, I'm nervous about going there. Someone's gonna hop out of the woods and get me. I'm like, you've been watching way too much like NCIS and that kind of shit. I'm like, you need to relax. You're fine. People are going crazy, dude. Watching too much TV right now. Stuck in quarantine.
Oh my god.
Well, I think that's it for episode 1, right?
Yeah, you
gotta
want to
go.
call
Everybody's
it?
gotta go.
And yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna end it right here at 3 too.
Yo, guys,
Alright.
thanks so much for hanging out, listening to us rant. You can feel free to shoot us messages and let us know what we could talk about next week if you find some interesting content. We are always interested in having some heated conversation about the state of video games and shit like that. Whatever.
That's it.
Thanks so much for stopping by
Everybody, thanks
episode
for
1.
hanging out.
I will catch you
Yeah,
boys later.
and come check us out on our streams. We be streaming.
Hell yeah.
all the
Streams,
time, so,
YouTube,
yeah.
all that shit. We're going to start doing it thanks to the resident old man. We love you guys. Peace.
Peace out, guys.